And so by the time I was like 12 or 13, I knew music was what I wanted to do. I didn't know exactly what it was, but I knew it had to do with creating music and making music. Um,
And your
now,
your family's music has musical background too, like your brothers and stuff too.
yeah, my brothers and sisters, we all kind of started making music around the same time, and some of us, a couple of us, are like still doing music stuff, and then the rest are like doing different things. But music has always been a part of our family. Growing up, I came from a small town. That was not much around. Anywhere to call was long distance. So me and my brother, one of my brothers, would just kind of start after we start experiencing things and seeing things on TV with shows and so forth. We started to like started to create our own path and our own ways, start creating our own things. And we've just been doing that since. And it's kind of like how we built ourselves, you know, and and those things, those values were instilled in us from our parents. So we always knew there's a bigger world than where we were at the moment. And so we tapped in and did that. Now the acting thing, that would be something cool.
I got you, cuz. I got you. You circled back.
I never even really honestly considered it, but
I got you.
But I'm a performer, so I can't act. You know what I mean?
I got you.
But yeah, music's always been that thing, and it's almost like this. One of my mentors told me this once. He was like, certain gigs come and go, but our jobs will never go anywhere.
That's real straight.
And he gave me an example of like we would be doing like award shows and all that stuff. He said, for instance, every year on this particular award show, there are different artists that are like popping, like that are the hot thing right now. He said, but for 30 years, the same people have been in the crew.
Yeah.
I've been mixing this thing. I've been on that truck. He's like, so like we're in that circle of our jobs. So we have to take into consideration that our jobs, however long we want to do it, never go anywhere. It's like, so you don't have the mentality of, I'm going to do this so I don't get fired. You're going to do it because it's the best. You want to do the best you can, period.
Yeah.
Because your reputation is more important than anything.
Right.
And like you said, like the character and all that stuff has a part to do with that. So It's like, it's very seldom you find good character in any industry.
Because you don't want to be known by like people and like, oh, he's whack to work with. You know what I mean? Or like,
right.
There's a lot of people like that.
Because there are a lot of people that are great musicians that are terrible people.
Yeah.
Yep.
I've met
same
some
in the film industry.
Yeah.
Same. Just be like, no, please don't call me. No, I'll catch you on Monday. But,
right.
But I, before we let you go, I want to ask you one last question.
Absolutely.
When you were growing up, was there somebody that said something to you where you were just where a light bulb went off and you were like, I'm just keep running this way?
Well, I did. Yes, there were a few people a lot of people poured into me when I was younger. But one person that I looked up to, who was he was a cousin, a relative of mine. I had to be really, really young, like right around the time when I said 12, 13, when I decided this is what I want to do. I find joy in doing this, and I'm just going to keep pushing forward, even if it doesn't seem like I'm ever going to get anywhere. And that was my cousin, Mike. He was a musician. He was older. He had been a musical director. He had played gospel music for a long time. And he always used to just encourage me, because I used to always say, yo, Mike, I want to learn. Like, I don't play that well. And I knew myself, like, I'm not that good yet. Teach me something. Show me something. You know what I mean? And he would be like, yo, he just always be of an encouraging, always encourage me. I was like, yeah, but I don't want to hear that. Tell me that I suck. Tell me to work on it. He said, okay, he gave me a couple of things to work on, like technically. He was like, do things like this. And he's like, I always try to, vocalize on my instrument and so forth. Like, listen to certain vocalists and play it back and so forth. So I was like, okay, cool. I'm gonna take that. And I used to always take whatever I could take. But he was very encouraging growing up just in general with anything. And even to still this day, I call him, whether he calls me about something, I call him about something, and we still are cool. But yeah, it's that kind of thing. So he was definitely one person in particular that definitely came to mind because he was at a status already that he didn't really have to take time to give me any attention.
There you
Right.
go.
And so I always take that into account. I guess the teaching thing helps with that too, with me now, because I'm always willing
Forward in
to
a
pour.
sense.
Yeah, you know, because I mean, you can't, like, even on Instagram and stuff like that, sometimes I get a lot of messages, and if I'm not following the person, it goes into like this other separate thing where it's like, if you don't know them or whatever. So I don't get to everybody. And sometimes people, so I can't reach everybody, but the people that I do reach and that do reach out to me and that I can, get to, I'm always open, because you never know. Like, it's not about being the next such and such. I hated for people to say when I was in college, so when I talked about what I wanted to do in my career, they said, you're going to be the next Quincy Jones. I'm like,
I was just going to say that.
I'm very much inspired by Quincy Jones, because he's done a lot of everything that I would love to do successfully. But I'm going to be the first Alonzo Harris. I'm inspired by everybody else, but I'm going to be the first one to take all of this, put it in a bag, not in making a melting pot. We're going to make a tossed salad, if you will. Because everything in the salad is going to remain what it is. Tomato is going to remain what it is. The cucumber is going to remain what it is. The lettuce is going to remain what it is, and it's going to come together and make this beautiful dish. Versus a melting pot, you melt everything into the same thing. We don't want that. We want everything.
Salad, right?
We want everything to make sense and everything to be lined up properly, and everything to come out, and all that mixed together will make a conglomerate of what it's supposed to be. So that's kind of how I explain, my life and the people that I'm inspired by and what I'm headed for, what I'm doing, and where I'm headed.
That's perfect. Alonzo, thank you so much.
Thank you.
Alonzo Zoe Harris, everybody, musical director, arranger, and musician.
Friend.
Friend. Works with her, Tiana Taylor, and plenty more. SWV was one of my favorites. So don't forget to follow him.
Yeah, we did a gospel record with SWV, actually. And it was featured on the show, Coco there. So I played on it, and I arranged it with my brother who produced it. At His Feet was the name of the song. But yeah, we did a little bit of something.
Next time you're here, you're going to be in the studio with us next time, okay?
100%.
Thank you so much.
Okay.
Big Zoe, respect, man. Thank you
Yes,
so much.
sir. Thank you.
Don't forget to follow him at I am just JUS Zoe ZO or ZO if you're in Canada. Yo, so
He never gets it right. It's all good.
Thank you so
It's
much.
all good.
We'll
Bye,
talk to you, man. And thank you for your time. We really appreciate it, man. The
Thank
door's
you.
open. Anytime.
Thank you. No
All
problem.
right, so that was Alonzo Zoe Harris right here on Hollywood North Radio, where the celebrities come to play. Yo, we'll be right back with What's Good in Sports. Quiet Storm's going to drop something for y'all, and we'll be right back right here on Hollywood North Radio, where the celebrities come to play.
Sir.
Big up.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Quiet Storm, you good? Go play.
Good.
Oh, that shit trash.
Here we go.
I fuck with you, real.
All you wanna do is gas me. How we end up in the backseat.
All right, Big Zoe. Respect.
Yes, sir.
Peace out. Bless up.
So let me know what it's gonna be. I don't plan on getting no sleep.